connect to another link, or we're fine here?
No, here in Zoom, you are totally fine. It will be just another link for live stream in YouTube, and that's it.
Connect to another link, or we're fine?
So now we are live in YouTube, and I think 28 people who were waiting us in another link, they will soon switch to this one. And here in the common group in Zoom, I shared with you the YouTube link. So if you want to share it with your followers, please feel free to do it. Anyway, just a reminder, everyone will receive also the recorded link, and it will be kept publicly available on YouTube, so everyone can watch it. And if we have other investors or startups who want to review, they will have it. Please, let's start once again. And today we have 4 investors on board. Let me list all of them. Judith Cruxen from Go Hub Tech Ventures from Spain. Hi, Judith.
Hi.
Oscar Stachowiak from Managing Partner and the founder of the Untitled Ventures. Hi, Oscar.
Hi, guys.
Ivan Branitskiy, Head of Partnerships at Global Venture Alliance, GVA. Hi, Ivan. Ivan, are you muted?
I was muted. Hi, guys. Yeah.
Hello. And I don't see here Juan López Santamaría. Juan, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, sorry, Juan, I missed you somehow. So Juan López Santamaría, Principal and Investment Director at Kibo Ventures, also Spain. Hi, Juan.
Hi, everyone.
So I suggest that each investor gives a brief introduction of the investment criteria and focus, and maybe about his or her fund. Oscar, can you please start?
Sure. So just a brief background on the Untitled Ventures. So we started as angels working together, co-investing and deploying our own capital. We primarily invested into East European companies, and we would grow them and bring them to Western Europe or US. However, now we have a formal fund, and we're focusing still, let's say, within that geography. However, the companies can still be within, let's say, the EU. But our focus is deep tech. Well, that's a broad term, but let's say on a horizontal basis of technologies, platforms, AI, a form of AI, I guess, is computer vision. You can include that. Data management is another broad-based, let's say, horizontal platform, and also more specific robotics and industrial. So I guess you can use the term Industry 4.0, agri-tech and med-tech. So that is what we focus on. And generally, companies would need some kind of traction for us to be interested in them.
Thank you very much, Oscar. And just for future, can you please a little bit adjust your camera? Because we
have to sit higher.
2/3 of your face. Oh,
okay.
That's better now. Thank you. So I want to give the word now to Juan López Santamaría. Juan, can you please give a brief introduction of Kibo Ventures?
Sure. So, well, first of all, thank you very much, InnMind, for inviting me. I love these sessions. I love having the opportunity to talk to so many entrepreneurs. So again, thank you very much. Just a brief intro on what Kibo is. Kibo Ventures is a fund that we launched the first fund in 2012. Since then, we have launched 3 funds. The last one very recently at the beginning of this month. We still need to do the second closing, but it's a 100 million fund. Out of that, we expect to invest between 20 and 25 companies. Usually our ticket goes from 1 to 3 to 5, something like that, million euros. I think we are biased towards B2B, meaning that we tend to invest in B2B businesses, but we don't say no to any B2C that makes sense. It's just that it happens to be that our background is more prone to that. We like deep tech. We have very good partners that help us not only due diligence but help the companies. Some telcos that you probably know by first name, and some banks and other corporates that are useful for our entrepreneurs. We usually invest in what we call Series A. We've done 3 things in the pre-Series A and also have participated in Series B. We like to say that we invest our initial ticket, but we like to follow one in the next round. And out of that, we invest usually in Europe. We have offices in Lisbon, Spain, in Madrid and Barcelona, but we have invested in Germany, we have invested in the UK, even in Canada and the US. So we're keen to get to know more of the founders that are going to present today. So thank you very much.
Good to know that, especially given that the founders presented today are either from Europe or from US. So you will definitely not have any problems with the regional distribution. And by the way, I want to remind investors that if you feel interested to connect with each other after this event and ask us for introduction, please feel free to do it, to ask, and we will gladly introduce you for co-investment if you're interested to collaborate between VC and VC.
Feel free to send my email to anyone that is interested. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Juan. Judith, VC lady, can you please introduce briefly GoHub today?
Okay, so GoHub is a corporate venturing fund. Our corporation is Global Omnium. This is a Spanish water utility that it's one of the largest in Spain and top 5 in the world. Why an utility is investing in technology is because it's our way of gaining competitive advantage. We've been doing the digital transformation. We started 13 years ago, so we were pioneers in the sector. And now we are selling through a service technological company called Idrica. We're selling the technology that we have developed. And we have productized that technology, and we're selling worldwide a portfolio of products to digitalize all the water infrastructures. And of course, in the development of these technologies, where startups play a key role in that. And that's why the group decided to do a larger bet on startups and created GoHub, which has an acceleration program for pre-seed and seed companies. We invest 150K in that case. And we have a fund for startups that are scaling, and we can invest tickets from 500K to 3 million. All that what we do is, of course, we invest in deep tech technologies with a special focus on digital transformation of the industry, the water and smart cities. And this is mainly what we do. And our focus is we can invest worldwide. We don't have, we started 2 years ago. We have invested in 21 companies, and most of them Spanish companies, but we are open to start investment internationally.
I hope you will find your first cross-border investment today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judith. And last but not least, Ivan Branitskiy from GVA. Ivan, can you please introduce briefly your investment criteria in GVA, or maybe also the family offices you're representing in parallel?
Sure. Thank you, Nelly. So under the GVA brand, we have 4 funds. 3 of them are located in the United States and 1 in EU. They total 150 million. Our industry focus is not limited to any particular industry except biotech and medtech. The recent time, our tickets range from seed round 500K to up to 5 mil. And we are about to launch a new fund in the beginning of next year with potentially particularly focus on the AI. And with regards to the interests of ultra high net worth individuals I'm also representing, they are particularly interested in the cybersec, AI, and deep tech startups. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you, Ivan. So all the investors have pitched already, and if you have heard, it was not long and very, very informative. So I hope to see the same informative and brief pitches by startups. And I want to start with the project Robo-AI from Spain and the founder, Paulo Nunes. Paulo, please take your mic. You will have up to 3 minutes to pitch. Please start.
Hi. Should I share my screen?
Yeah, definitely you can do it.
Okay. Can you confirm you see my screen?
Yes.
So thank you everyone for the opportunity. My name is Paulo Nunes. I am the CEO and founder of Robo-AI. A bit about us and about our background. We come from services. Our company, our mother company is called 2Impulse, a company I founded 4 years ago. We help companies improve their businesses and opening new opportunities by applying AI technology. We also have 3 products: Hiring Q, Ultra Time Series, and Robo-AI. Today we are going to talk about Robo-AI, and this is the product that we are looking for a partner for. So the problem is that chatbots suck in very few words, and that's what we're working on. Chatbots in general offer a bad customer experience, and they don't make people satisfied. Companies have been doing a bad job in this area. Nevertheless, there is a huge market for this that is constantly growing, and we believe we can play a very strong role here, how our experience shows us. So this is why we have Robo-AI. Robo-AI facilitates the communication between customers and organizations through messaging channels that people use every day. And first use case is we facilitate communication between customers and companies, customer service agents, so person-to-person communication. On the second step, we automate those communications through messaging channels, but also voice. So in summary, we have a product that you can use to build chatbots and voice bots. So we also have, and this is where it starts getting very interesting, how are we different? We have ready-to-go bots. So we have an insurance bot to help companies become Lemonade. We have an e-commerce bot that scales to thousands of products. So you connect the bot to your catalog and to your product catalog, and you all of a sudden you have your online shop in several channels. And we have a healthcare bot that we built this year. We also have generic bots and building blocks that help us be very fast in bringing solutions to the market. We have lots of competitors, we know that, but we are convinced that our combination of technology and people, we also offer in the customer success package, customer support agents that help onboard our product and make adoption very, very easy. So this is what makes us unique, our combination of technology and people. We work with mostly insurance, pharma, and automotive. And this is our team. We have experience in AI and in customer service. Our extended team is this one. We are looking for 1 million euros to help scale our business, to help us shift from our service business model to more product focus. And we will use that 1 million euros to invest on a product, dedicated product team, and on a growth team that helps us scale.
Thank you, Paulo. You're in time now. Thanks a lot. So investors are very welcome to ask questions if you have any. Please don't hesitate.
So Paulo, are you spinning out this as a separate company, or is that investment going into your existing entity?
We are not spinning off, at least not yet. We are keeping the team together. That's our strength, is our team. So the investment goes to the main company, but the money we're asking for and the help we're asking for is to scale this particular product business.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question. How is your technology integrated into is it via API or which way to the websites?
So you can integrate with our technology by using our API. So you can build any client you want for voice and chatbots. We integrate with other technologies. We built integrations with e-commerce systems and with insurance as a service platform. And we have pre-built integrations, but you also can build custom integrations.
One third question, Paulo. Given the the high competition in chatbots, and even if you have a differentiation factor, as you were mentioning before, how do you plan on rising above all the noise that there is right now on the chatbot business, and try to acquire all those customers that you would need to grow?
So there's one approach that we've been using that's been proving very successful. That's our customer success package. So we have a customer success package that we offer a pilot for 3 months. We bring the tech and the people to prove ourselves with the customers. And this is radically different from what our competitors are offering. And it's very welcomed by customers. So we basically remove most of the barriers that exist to adopting this kind of technology. This is one of the things that we're using. The other thing is that we are talking to lots of companies that are unhappy with the service they're getting from our competitors, and we are winning them over. So we are not the first, we are not the only one, but we are better. This is being proved every day, conversations we have and projects we've done.
Just one more question for me. What kind of matrix do you use to determine that you're better, and by how much is it?
So in terms of success and business success, we compare the KPIs. So when we approach customers, we ask them about what are their KPIs right now, and we offer them better ones. And we offer them our customer success package for them to test that we in fact get better results. And then when we do, they actually shift to us. So in the customer service case, for example, there are classic KPIs like customer satisfaction, the average time that you need to solve a case, this kind of KPIs that we can easily demonstrate that we improved and demonstrate value.
Was it in your pitch deck? I haven't seen it.
Sorry?
Was it in your pitch deck?
What part?
Matrix? The matrices, the comparison matrices with your competitors.
No, it's not. But we can add that.
Could you please elaborate who is your client now? Companies that you have that are clients? And
so can you still see my screen? No.
You can name them, Paulo.
So they are here. So we work with, for example, we are very strong in the automotive area. We work with Mercedes. We are a preferred partner for the Daimler Group for this topic.
But this is for the service or for the product?
We started with services, and since last year, we started introducing our product.
And which one are using your product?
Mercedes and Smart are using our product.
Okay.
For example. So is Ultragenics and Swiss Re and a few more small companies.
Okay.
So we have customers in Germany, Switzerland, and the US. Mostly we are originally Portuguese company. We have offices in Germany in the meanwhile,
Okay.
which is where I'm sitting.
And I haven't seen. Okay, sorry.
Oh no, if you have last question, please go on.
Yeah, on the finance, on the finals, I haven't seen correctly the numbers. So from here, okay, services is the blue part. And,
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So exactly. So we are still very strong on services. We are looking for a partner to help us shift our business to product, right? So we don't have a lot of recurring revenue to show. This was also a hard year. Lots of our customers postponed business to next year, and let's see how it goes. So it was not the easiest year to gain traction, but things are picking up, and
Okay.
I think the market will just resume as it was a year ago.
Okay, thank you, Paulo. I think that
Thank you for the opportunity.
you elaborated quite well, and we will send your startup profile with the pitch deck attached to all the investors presented here.
Thank you.
So they will have a chance to look deeper at it and then connect you for negotiation if needed. Thank you, Paula. And can you please stop sharing your screen? Thank you. Another founder I want to give a word to is from Spain, the founder of startup Feeder, Pablo Filomeno. Please, Pablo, go on.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Do you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so, well, Feeder is an analytics tool with a facial recognition system that works within its own social network environment. First of all, I want to share with you a few facts. 21 cents of each dollar spent on marketing campaigns are being wasted because of the poor quality of data. 32% of the time of marketing teams is being used for managing this data, and 26% of marketing campaigns are being hurt because of this poor quality of data. So we basically have this wasting of money and time in marketing campaigns. This is why we're introducing Feeder to make the difference in order to improve the return of investment in marketing campaigns through our facial recognition system that will measure and analyze the reactions of the users of the app. We're basically presenting a testing ground for content validation. How does it work? It basically consists on consuming content cards, as you can see in this example, where a user is being rewarded with a promotion for watching the content of a brand and being analyzed by the tool. Let's see it in this other flow. As the logo says to you here, it basically consists on content sent and reaction, okay? Then the facial recognition system comes into scene, tracking the reaction, analyzing and measuring the emotions, and putting all this information into an interactive dashboard. Our business model here is a subscription model within a monthly fee plus a budget per campaign. As you can see below, our margin in a budget for example, 300 euros is quite huge, over 97%. And we are facing a very big and interesting market, starting from Spain and with a vision of becoming international. And our main target are marketing departments, marketing agencies, brands, content creators, and influencers. And of course, as competitors, we have to think about other tech and AI market research companies. But as you can see in this chart, Feeder is the only solution in the market that can offer qualitative analytics through video instant reactions without any hardware needed. How do we see ourselves over the next year? We aim to get around 1 million app users, 200 customers to get to earn 100K a month. And now we're raising an FFF round between 40 to 70K to be spent in marketing, operations, and tech. And in early 2021, we should be raising the seed round within a company valuation between 50K to 1 million. And this is it. This is Feeder, a committed team of friends and experts in business, technology, development, and design, working together over the last year, and now accelerated by Diamo. So I hope you liked it and you want to know a little bit more about us. Thank you very much.
Pablo. Thanks a lot. I just, did I heard you correctly that you planned company valuation from 50 to 1 million, from 50K to 1 million, you said? Maybe
500K to 1 million. Okay. Yeah, maybe I didn't tell it.
Okay, so
rush.
If you have any questions, please go on.
So, Pablo, is Real Eyes, perhaps I didn't fully understand your product, but I get a sense that Real Eyes is a competitor of yours. They're out of the UK.
Real
Have you heard of them? Real Eyes.
Real Eyes, I didn't hear of them.
Okay. Question, GDPR.
Yes.
I think that's a stumbling block for this type of business.
Yeah. I mean, we are aware, and we know that this might be a thing, but since the moment the user is accepting and is logging into the platform, they are going to be in the GDPR rights.
And do they have to approve it before anything happens? Like, because that's kind of
no. I mean,
problem,
it's like it is going to be like other social media, so to say. That if you enter in the platform, you are agreeing the terms and conditions. It basically, and as a B2C site, okay, the main users that will be consuming these content cards, it will be focused on centennials and Generation Z, that they are most of the day like taking selfies and using their phone with TikTok, recording and putting all their image online. I mean, there is an issue with the GDPR, but we are working on it, and there shouldn't be any problem. I mean, we're aligned with the legal part.
Good. Any other questions? Ivan?
Do you develop your technology all by yourself, or you're using just some kind of open source code, or how it's done?
We are developing by ourselves and using Amazon's services. Amazon has a very, very good facial recognition technology that serves us some very good and useful data. And our tech team is translating all this information in the dashboards and into all the intel we offer the clients. I mean, it is a mix.
Good. Juan, Judith, do you have questions?
I think, sorry. It's me? Okay, I think, yeah, I missed something about the product and the value proposition. Could you please elaborate again? And
sure. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, thank you, because going in the rush with the pitch, maybe there's something I missed. Basically, the value proposition, it is that we are offering instant actual reactions of any kind of content the user might see in its cell phone. I mean, I think it's easier to understand this kind of product if I say it should be as a focus group, for example. I think everyone more or less has been part of a focus group, or at least they know how it works. It might be like a focus group, but instant and genuine. I mean, when you sit on a focus group and when you're going to be analyzed by a market research company, whatever, you have some hardware, you have some dressed people like taking notes about how you are behaving, and this is taking your device and switching your finger to the left and watching a content, and for the very first moment you will react. I mean, it doesn't matter if
it's to test marketing campaigns, or?
Yeah, it is to test marketing campaigns, videos, trailers, whatever, multimedia content, I think, video content.
And do you have clients?
Yeah, I have some early adopters. We're not live yet. We're developing the MVP, and in about 3-4 weeks, we should be live. We have a few early adopters, and I came from marketing field, so I know a lot of marketing agencies and ex-coworkers, etc. And they really want to use this tool to use as a previous layer before launching their campaigns.
Okay.
Also because the cost is super cheap for them. So
yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pablo. I think that Juan does not have question for the moment to Feeder. And switching from Spain to Italy, I want to give the word to the founder of DataProdigy, Sano Musab Hijazi. Sano.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm here. 1 second only. Okay, do you see me? Yes. Hi. Hi again, and thanks very much for introducing me. 1 second only. I'm just killing myself with the mask, but I'm here. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thanks very much. So, yes, my name is Sano. I'm from Italy, and the product our project I would like to present is DataProdigy. So the idea comes from what is happening for middle and big companies regarding the management of business intelligence reporting systems. Every middle and big company have their own system like ClickSense, Power BI, etc. And what is happening is that every day, any, let's say, manager would like to have a new report. They need to send a dedicated request for IT department to develop that report. And for example, let's assume a marketing manager would like to have a report about sales and how is going sales after a campaign. They need to develop this report. And for example, if it happened for some other parts of the company that would like to ask the same report but with more information, the IT department need to develop a new report, and this is time-consuming and cost for the company. DataProdigy come and resolve the problem because we use artificial intelligence and the big data engine to automate all these requests by understanding and transforming the human language in data request. For example, we can simply talk or write a statement like, compare me the sales of 2020 with 2019, and artificial intelligence understand your request, transform it in the big data request, go to the data system and reporting system, extract the information, merge them, compare them, and give you a report immediately in real time. We can, with our platform, also extend complex statement, merge different reports, and provide more, let's say, extendable reports that IT department don't need to develop because they are like a personalization of, let's call it, base report of the company. This is DataProdigy, and this is what we provide. Actually, okay, sorry, last one part. Actually, we have the product is ready to market. We actually are looking for companies that would like to test our product because we don't have actually a customer, so we need a middle or big company that would like to have to test our product for free or for very minimum amount of cost, and we are here for this. Okay.
So you mean you're not looking for funding, but you
yes, absolutely. Why not? Yeah, absolutely. Also, yes. Sorry. Yeah, this for me was obvious, so I'm sorry. Yes, also, I'm very sorry. It's obvious that we need also funding for every stipend. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions from investor side?
Yes. Could you please tell us which is your competitive advantage? Because there are a lot of startups doing, I guess, I didn't see your platform, but doing similar things like.
Okay. Actually, we have, look, actually we have in Italy, we have one company that do something very similar to us. In United States, there is a very big company that do something very, very, very close to what we do. Our advantage is 2 points. First one, we don't use cloud-based technologies. So our platform can be installed inside the network of the company or on-premise servers of the company, and this will guarantee more privacy on data of the company. Second one, we are our competitive solution, competitors, first, they need to replace the business intelligence platform. For example, our competitor in the United States, they go and say, okay, we replace your ClickSense platform, we replace your Power BI platform. So it's another solution that merge business intelligence platform and in reporting system. DataProdigy extend the power system that the company already have. Is an extension, is a simplification, it's a support and acceleration, it's the helping, is helping the company to become more more speed and accelerate in the internal processes. This is DataProdigy.
Sano,
yes.
This is Juan. Just help me understand. Is there any? It seems that the service that you're providing has not only a product, but it has a thick layer of services on top of that. Is that the case?
No, it's a product. The product is dedicated for interacting for your data. The only thing is that the product stay on top on this company systems. So the hardest part of the product, and we already developed it, is the interaction with the different corporate systems. Actually, we already developed the connector with the most standard platform like SAP or Salesforce or Oracle systems to provide the interaction with your data in an innovative way, in more smart way. So it's not like a product with services, it's just a product.
So just excuse me. So follow-up question. So you're telling me that the maybe you can clarify on the target of target customer that you have, but so you're telling me that your product can be consumed without any interaction with your sales team or engineering team. You don't have to do any onboarding.
No, absolutely. Yes. We need to do onboarding because there is a setup process to interact DataProdigy with the system of the company. But we can provide consulting services in big data, but is not our core system, our core, let me say, business model. Okay, it's a plus that we can provide because we have the know-how, because we developed a big data project, so we can provide this know-how. But is it our, let me say, part of our business? Our business is the product and sell the product, and that it based on setup, then a yearly license fee and a cost per account.
Okay.
What is? Yeah, please go on. Okay.
No, Oscar, go on. Sorry.
Thank you. What is your prime target market, and how do you envision your route to this market?
Because I'm inside InnMind, then Spain can be a good target market. We are looking for a market where there is a good amount of percentage of middle and big companies. Italian market have a very poor and low percentage of middle and big companies because we're talking about between 8 and 10% of the market. So it's very, very low. And also the know-how, let me say the knowledge about innovation and digitalization in Italy is, let me say, it's growing little by little, but is not like the same level of European market. So in this moment, let me say that with InnMind, I would like to enter Spain market. But anyway, any market that can be very innovative with a good amount of middle big companies will be good.
And I just wanted to add, maybe for Juan, not to get confused, Sano is a multi-founder, so he also has its Prodigy, the company which exactly is involved in the service business. Yes. I think you've checked the profile of its Prodigy before. So
okay.
Sano is founder of both companies, and today he's presenting DataProdigy, the spin-off of its Prodigy.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't mention it because.
I'm still trying to understand. When you don't see a deck, maybe it's hard to absorb. I know the space a lot. We have had a lot of investments in that space and a lot of success in that space. So I was just trying to wonder where like where Prodigy laid, and like when you compare it with Sumitomo, Devo, Stratio, Splunk, I don't know, all these places, but maybe I was wrong about the space. So I'll check the deck. I'll check the information that you sent.
Yes, because it might mistake because it was a long week and I update the information of DataProdigy just today, like 2 hours ago. So I'm sorry, but it just today I was focused just on DataProdigy, but yeah, a multi-founder. I have different startup, but right now today I would like to talk just about DataProdigy. I'm open also in another session also to talk about the other project that also is very interesting.
We will send the link to the profile and the pitch deck as a follow-up, and I hope it will clarify those things which may seem unclear now. Ivan, Oscar, do you have any questions? Judith?
That's it for me. Thank you.
Yeah, also for me.
Okay. Juan, you also asked all the questions, yes? Good. So let's move from Europe to US now, and I want to give the word to the startup from US called DiaM, and the only female founder here today, Lorenna Feliz Santos. Lorenna, please, welcome.
Hi, everyone. I'm actually going to share the screen with you. So give me 1 second here and let me know when you see it.
Yes.
So a little bit about DiaM. First of all, I'm the CEO of DiaM, so a pleasure. And DiaM is actually the first centralized digital therapeutic solution for diabetes management. And really what that means is that we have a hub for connecting diabetics, doctors, parents, stakeholders, and many more. I don't know how familiar you are with this space, but diabetes is a growing global problem. There's 463 million diabetics globally, and that number is expected to go by 51% over the next 25 years. And in the US, we have 34 million people suffering from diabetes. I personally know about this because I actually have 2 children with type 1 diabetes. So I've been immersed in this space for over 6 years. And I've experienced the problems that I'm about to mention to you. A lot of these problems involve the engagement between the doctor and the patient. What happens is there's roughly 400 endocrinologists in the US and 34 million diabetics, which means we don't have enough doctors to handle the diabetic patient. Because of this, there's about a 3 to 4 month lag between doctor and patient visits. And this has increased comorbidities and many, many problems in their health. Comorbidities such as kidney disease, heart disease, amputations, and more. And the list that you see on the screen is additional problems. Doctors are still using paper and pen to track trends. They're still using, they still have a lack of system integrations and a lack of tools and resources and education that is centralized in communicating a standard way of managing diabetes. So there's a lot of confusion for diabetic patients when it comes to managing their diabetes because there's so much information. And sometimes you have doctors even telling you to go on YouTube just to learn about how to use the diabetic device. A little bit of what it is that we're creating. So DiaM is actually a connector. What we do is that we actually connect to medical EHR systems so that we can facilitate the flow of information between the patient and the doctor. In addition, our system connects to all diabetic devices. And one of the great things about our system is that we actually have 5 unique proprietary features that enhance the experience for the diabetic. We also have created a patient CRM, analytics, reporting, and 4 unique advanced modules to really enhance that experience between the patient and the doctor. And I would say that the one element that really makes us unique and the only one in the market to offer this is that we're the first one to be using behavior science to actually improve the outcomes and results of diabetes management and care. And the way we're doing this is we're using neuropsychology, deep brain science, contextual AI, and next generation engagement. And this has really been the element that has really made us distinct from what's out there globally in the marketplace of diabetes management. When it comes to our traction, we have a validated behavior model of over 80,000 plus participants. We've started software development. We have an app prototype. We have over 110 users signed. We've also gotten our grant pitch approved by the National Science Foundation, which is a merit-based grant for $256,000. And we have also started a proof of concept concept that we're looking at 4 US hospitals. These 4 US hospitals, by the way, are part of the introductions that we're getting with our advisors, and include hospitals potentially as Johns Hopkins, Kaiser Permanente, Northwell Health, and one more, which we're debating which one we're going to go with. A little bit about our team. We have 5 founders. 2 of them are technical founders. My CMO and I both have B2B sales experience, and we have 3 great advisors in the space that have opened doors in neuropsychology, behavior, healthcare, and technology. And really the one thing I would say that makes us unique as a team is the fact that as a B2B SaaS business, our goal is really to come into the space that is already saturated with a lot of technologies that aren't providing clinical results. And that's really the differentiator. It's the fact that we actually have a clinical validated model that can show results and outcomes. So thank you everyone for your time, and I welcome your questions.
Awesome, Lorenna. Thank you very much. You know, I usually watch videos in increase the speed, and I felt very comfortable listening to you. I hope
thank you.
other participants as well. So investors, you are welcome to ask questions.
I missed the let's say the economic side of it, or didn't understand it basically. Who will you charge? How do you make money?
So our client we actually have several tiers of clients, but our first target market is the hospitals. We're working on a top-down approach. So we're actually working with medical groups, and then through the medical groups, there are different hospitals, clinics, private practices. Because we do have a SaaS model, we actually can work with a range of different types of doctors, whether they have a small clinical practice or they are a large medical group. And we have also built our SaaS model to fit into these larger groups by offering licensing options of our software for better integration into the different hospitals, and really making it easier for them to, you know, get the software inside and working with their departments.
Okay, and just one more question. In terms of the technology, you have a broad ambitions in terms of what you wish to offer. At what stage are you guys in? And what kind of resources do you need to finish?
So we are pre-seed, and we have been developing our software for the last few months. One of the things that for us was very elemental as a first stage company was that we wanted to make sure we built the team so that we really had a strong network that would expand on the technology growth, on the technology validation, and also on our network. So we actually have a huge network of advisors and people that are working with us in opening those different doors. For example, just recently, we met with a potential partner that's going to come on board on the medical record side as a centralized hub. We want to make sure that we're able to facilitate the communication between the doctor and the patient. So there's key elements and relationships that need to be part of that in order for that information to flow. Another thing too that we have is relationships that we're building with organizations such as American Diabetes Association, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, and many others. This isn't a software that's just built to manage. It's really built around relationships that bring value to everything. And we have a validated model that in the last few years has touched over 125 million people to prove that behavior can be changed to improve outcomes. So that's really the element that really makes us most unique, and that in the healthcare space is going to be elemental for changing and improving diabetics' lives.
Awesome. Ivan, Judith, Juan, any questions?
Sorry, not on my side.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lorenna. And right now, I want to give the word to the founder of SolarManta, startup from Spain, and the founder is Victor Gardrinier.
Hey, you get it. Thank you. Hi, everyone. First of all, Lorenna, I think we should speak because I might have some good contacts for you later on. So just as a reminder.
Oh, very good. I just wanted to remind to entrepreneurs here also, don't forget about collaboration and partnership opportunities. Perfect. Thank you, Victor. Please go.
Anyway, so hi everyone, thank you very much for being here. My name is Victor, and with my co-founders right here, Wouter, we are the founders of SolarMente. Oh yeah, sorry, here, say hi, Wouter.
Hi guys.
So the starting point of this company was really to realize that there are more than 100 million homes across the globe paying quite a high electricity bill and using toxic energy sources such as fossil fuels. Obviously, for engineers and technologists like us, the logical solution to this was solar energy. But it seems that for 5 out of 6 people, 5 out of 6 homeowners in this world, solar is extremely complicated, if not dangerous and very expensive. So to solve this, we've built what you might call an end-to-end solution for residential solar. The idea is to really bring the customer risk to zero and to package it as a subscription model that my little sister can understand. So really to make solar a no-brainer. What we want to do is as a comparison tool to do what Tesla and Apple did in their respective industries, and that means taking a complex and scary product such as a personal computer, right, and to reach mass adoption to it. So far, we start in Spain, which has the lowest adoption rate, one of the lowest adoption rate in Europe with 0.1%, but the highest potential for solar. And so we really knew compared to other companies here, we started really operating this summer and reached around 50K in revenues. But our goal in the future is to become a home partner for our distributed energy future. That means that once we have our subscribers for solar, we can gradually integrate new products to help them reach 100% green energy generation. So that means EV chargers, batteries, also implementing AI for energy management, but also solutions as peer-to-peer energy trading to really become the go-to solution for your zero carbon emission homes, if you may. So at this stage, we're really at the pre-seed stage. We're looking for a 600K round. We've soft-circled around 150K so far with our advisors, but we'd be super happy to meet a lead investor to lead the terms, if I may say. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Victor. You are perfectly in time, and I want to give the word to investors to ask questions.
Yes, maybe I'm also without the deck, or but I missed the part to understand exactly where is the product, where you're really offering that is different and what it is already in the market.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's something that we could talk for hours, but just in one sentence, the idea of end-to-end solution means that as a homeowner, you will just give us your address, and then that's it. We will take care of everything, the whole process, and you will pay absolutely $0 for it, and you will have zero risk. So anything that happens, we cover you. That's basically this no-brainer solution hasn't been really found in the market yet. And that's why it's the CAC, for example, for every solar provider is so high. It's because the customer journey really is bad at the moment.
You install home solar panels?
Yeah, customized solar panel, customized solar energy systems for your home. Yeah.
And you develop those panels, or you? So
No.
what is your innovation?
Yeah, so absolutely no hardware whatsoever. We have providers, of course, but we do not touch this. So the first innovation is, it's really an execution play in the short term, right? It's really a business model innovation. How can you install as many homes as possible with little risk? But then as soon as we have those subscribers, then you have all the power, because they will not go with another subscriber. They have your panels for the next 20 years. And so that's where you have this advantage of being able to upsell with batteries, chargers, but also control their energies and make some profits with it.
So basically, I give you an address, and without any pain and any friction, I get all my power and energy from solar, and I don't realize anything, and everything is transparent to me. Is that kind of the value proposition?
That's a pretty nice summary of it. I would say, however, we could actually do it, but today economically, being 100% solar would not make sense. So when we put the solar energy systems, you would cut your bill in half. And in 2-3 years, when products like batteries are cheaper, then we integrate the batteries in your home, so you can disconnect yourself. But for now, it's just solar energy systems.
And a super quick question. Sorry, I didn't get the name of the company. Just
SolarMente.
that's the only thing I didn't get.
Solarmente with the Castellano accent. I give it to you.
Solarmente.
Yeah.
Solarmente.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah. No problem.
But one question, who is your client? Is the homeowner or are the utilities?
Amazing question, because it's right now it's homeowner or like or building owner. Sorry, I have the Spanish word in mind, but homeowner. And then as soon as you have this long-term clients, then you also manage their surplus of energy, and you can make deals with the utility, so they can buy it back at a better price. So utility in the future, but right now only homeowner, no one else.
And how you compare with Ezing Solar, for example?
So yeah, short-term, absolutely, it would just be a customer journey advantage. Just the fact that we're just better at providing customized solar energy systems. It's an execution play, nothing else. But then in the future, it's this idea of, because we have those subscribers for the long term, we can integrate and aggregate new products, and we can bring them to 100% renewable production, which the others don't do at the moment.
Okay.
Did I understand correctly? So is it on a monthly plan that people will be paying for this?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a very capital intensive method of going about it. Which brings, like, I don't know enough about your business without the deck. It's more of some advice, prepare a deck. And because you have a kind of a complex structure. So if I understood correctly, you wish to get some clients first, do, let's say, a lot of the running around, like a lot of these smaller companies do in Spain. And then once you have, let's say, some customer base, you wish to add some smart tech on top of it. Is that correct?
Yes. Just one thing on the deck. I was told 2 minutes, no deck, but I would be more than happy to send you my deck afterwards. No problem.
No worries. It's just a suggestion. If you put all the smart stuff, you skip all the running around. There's a whole bunch of companies that already did that. Just build the smart tech and you can make a deal with some of these or all of them.
Understood. Well, happy to talk more about this later, but definitely implementing what you call smart tech is crucial for sure.
Yeah, and just a reminder that after this Shark Tank today in the evening, all the investors will receive your startup profiles. So if you uploaded your pitch deck there, we will definitely send it. If you missed to upload, do it just after this pitch session. Any more questions to Victor, or we can switch to another startup? I guess all is fine for the moment from investor side. So Victor, thank you very much. And I hope you will have more questions as a follow-up later. And I want to give a word right now to the startup also registered in US, Finance.ie, and the founder, Artem Peshevets. Artem, please go on.
Hi, thank you for invitation. Hi to everybody. Very happy to be here and to present my startup. So let's start. I'm founder of FinanzAI. I will show you right now some slides. One moment. So, what is FinanzAI? FinanzAI is an online service that automates financial reporting for startups, finds mistakes, and offers calculated decision driven by AI. What problem actually do we solve? We solve problem of startups' financial ineffectiveness and startups' financial savings. We have actually two products. First product is financial automation as a service. What products do we automate? We automate 3 financial statements, P&L, profit and loss, balance sheet, and cash flow, as well as dashboard, accounts receivable, accounts payable, forecast, retention, conversion, revenue size, investor updates, and so on. So actually, will automate all financial part of startups and replace so-called financial planning and analyst teams. And with that product, we save a lot of money and time for startup founders. And second product that we have, it's recommendation AI on financial decision as a service. So we collect a lot of data of startup financials or non-financial data, and also can recommend to startups how to spend their money to do it more effective than they do it in a usual way. And our technology and a unique technology, USP, is machine learning financial forecast. So we have experience, actually, a very experienced team. It's finance people, developers, advisors, and so on. And one moment. So, and what we actually have done at this moment, we already launched our first product about 1 week ago, and we got already 20 clients, and we start very soon monetization. We have great LTV CAC ratio, about 10:1, and our business model is SaaS, software as a service. So every startup can, depending on their monthly expenses, can subscribe and save on hiring their finance team. So actually that's all, and using all this great opportunity, I would invite all startups using and joining and testing our new technology and saving a lot of time and money on hiring of finance people or accountants. Thank you.
Thank you, Artem, for your presentation, and I hope that you will find some early adopters, either among participating entrepreneurs or among those around 30 people who are watching us on YouTube right now. Any questions?
Thank you, Nele.
Besides coming on InnMind, Shark Tank, where you have some audience of potential clients, what's the route to market?
The route to market is simple. Actually, it's direct sales, it's referral marketing, it's different events like I know take part. And what I forget to say is our main market is United States and Silicon Valley special, but actually the whole world, Europe, Asia. But now we more concentrate on the United States.
Any other questions to Artem?
And how much are you charging?
Good question. So we have installed 2 products. One product is released, and this product costs $100 per month as a subscription for startups that have not more than 30,000 monthly expenses. The more expenses, the more you charge, but it's not big. It's really very small in comparison on hiring people, hiring accountants or finance people.
And what is sorry, go on.
Please, can you repeat?
Who do you see are your competitors, and how do you acquire new clients?
Okay, so competitors can be actually big accounting software companies like QuickBook, like Wave, like Xero, also ERP companies like SAP or Oracle. They are not right now, but can be, because they have really good network of potential clients, but they don't do it for startups. They do it for big companies or enterprises with revenue to about $1 billion and more, and they cost in the CRP or systems, the decisions that cost actually a lot that startups can't afford. How do we acquire clients? Actually, we talk to investors, to VCs, and offer them technology for their startups that they have already invested. That's why, again, the opportunity I invite you to show you the technology for your startups and to save you a lot of time and money. Thank you.
And Artem, just a quick follow-up question. How do you compete with interim CFOs that have an Excel spreadsheet and are maybe we investors trust them because we've worked with them in the past?
Great question. Actually, we don't compete and we don't replace CFO. It's at the moment of financial development technology, in my opinion, it's difficult, really difficult, maybe impossible. We help CFO. We help CFO in planning and analyzing their decisions because we automate all statements that CFO needs to take decisions, to analyze, and to bring startup to next stage. And we are not competitors. We are actually partners and friends, I would say, in helping CFO to be more effective. And especially the second product that we right now develop, as a recommendation, AI will help them to do more effective decisions in the work that they occupy.
What sort of obstacles do you come across for people to adopt, to pilot with you even?
You mean what problems do
if I have a startup, you came to me and you say, Oscar, you should be using this, and I tell you, well, that I can't afford it, or I do this like this. Like, what are the common
feedback?
Yeah, like what would normally people say to basically not take your product?
Mm-hmm. I would say that it's security question. Security question is the main not problem. So I would say some stereotype because startups, they're really very positive on the technology that automates many statements that they should pay to finance people. It's thousands of dollars that we can do for hundreds of dollars. So automation on many X. But they ask me, okay, what is the guarantee that our data that you will get not go away to another companies or to another competitors and so on. So it's security questions that I most was asked about. And I have an answer, and I have an answer for this question as well. So we process all procedures, all transaction on Amazon Web Services. It's a very well-known web service. And also, me as a founder, I am going and will do outside auditing of our company, of Big Four, that well-known auditors will check all our job and give them feedback.
Sorry, I was muted. No more questions to Artem, if I understood. Okay, Artem, thank you very much. And the last for today, but not least, definitely, is the founder from US startup Retain Global, Pracko. Bernard, please take your mic. You are muted, Bernard. Please unmute.
Hang on, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about my presentation and clicking skills on Zoom. We have a pre-development, pre-seed project that I don't call a startup. I've sort of done things all of my life a little bit differently. And I'm Bernard Pracko, the founder of Retain Global. Our passion, behavior, and jobs digital human behavior analytics platform will serve employee experience, well-being, inclusion, diversification, equality, and within the 18 different solutions we are able to develop, we'll identify management feedback loops in a company, team fits, culture groups, and so on. And the somewhat older version that we have been able to work with better is better, meaning we've gotten a lot of forward movement on, is saving millions for employee retention from people quitting a company. We can basically identify who's going to quit. Before they quit, we can tell you why they're going to quit. And we can go down the track of 18 different things, like, will this person fit into this team or that team? We have an employee management feedback loop that correlates management to employees and the feedback from the employees to the management and the feedback from the management. We're focusing on the healthcare industry. I've got a couple of slide decks here. I'll pop up an older slide deck and we'll run quickly through it just so you can get a quick idea if that's okay. And okay, I call it a project, not a startup. Improving employee experience. And then we're going to jump into, in terms of identifying employees, we did a quick, I've done 9,000 hours worth of work on this so far. A 10,000 employee firm losing the average 16.7% entry-level employees will cost about 34 million a year to each company that loses those kinds of employees. We can tell you who's going to quit and why they're going to quit before they quit for about a little over $2 million. In terms of employee turnover in the States, it's about 160 billion a year. In 2017, the last figure we were able to find, 3.1 million quit. And the current HR solution is hire somebody else. That's it. This slide simply addresses our fee. We can charge anywhere from 150 down to 50 for a video interview of an employee. These interviews are initiated by the HR people, and later I can go through the entire system with you if you'd like. The TAM, the available market, is 11 trillion in healthcare alone. The service available market is 1.6 trillion, and the obtainable market we're looking at is 74 billion. Our competition out there is basically one company here. It's called HireView, and about mid-2017, they developed some technology that looks a lot like ours, and it's used for hiring only. From mid-2017 to the end of 2018, they did in gross business 135 million.
Bernard, sorry for interrupting you, but you're getting out of the time. So can you please very briefly?
No problem. I've gotten as far as I can go with all of those heavy decks. I'm sorry. I'd mostly like to just answer questions. I've got thousands of hours of information to share.
Yeah, so
No questions.
maybe we will switch to the questions from investor side if we have any, and that will give you better understanding of on what to focus on the next pitch.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation.
So, two questions from me. What is your background? Because this takes a lot of, let's say, a specific type of knowledge. Yeah.
My background starting.
Just let me just finish. So, your background and information that you have, all that data, let's say that you have, and who's going to structure this and do the tech? That's the second question.
I live in Slovakia. I have 3 tech teams ranging from 30 people to 80 people each tech team. We've spent a lot of time talking about the architecture, front end, back end, et cetera, the flows and so on. And at some point, I'm having our behavioral CTO. We have 3 of the top behavioral scientists, 2 in UK and 1 in the United States. We intend for them to coordinate together, and they will choose a team. I'm using an outsourced contractual team because we know it's a very touchy project. We don't want to have employees coming and going. And one of the teams would like to probably work with us in terms of us acquiring their team. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
One question, what is your revenue model?
The revenue model consists of the 30-minute or less audio, video of the employee of the company. For each one of those interviews, we charge anywhere from $75 US down to $50 US per interview.
Any more questions to Bernard?
What is your timeline?
Timeline in terms of, well, there's 2, all right, timeline to construct the digital behavior IT side is between 9 and 15 months. We look at 15 to 24 months to bring in a couple of beta testers. We need to be very careful about putting out beta testing into 10 different areas in the United States. All of the behavior is culturally driven. We've essentially been able to take the old written psychological tests that hiring has used and digitize them using facial analytics and voice tone analysis, speech to text, etc.
Any more questions?
Well, just it's not really a question, it's more of a statement. Bernard, certainly for us, this is far too early, but it's quite interesting project you're working on. It's in your best interest to communicate some milestones that you wish to accomplish, and with potential investors that you would have further contact with in the future, update them and say, we've reached this or that, just continuous update. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm so poor at being able to pull things on the screen. I just popped up a screen that has the answers to all of your questions. All of that type of question anyway. Do you have a quick second so I can share this screen with you?
Bernard, I think that if you have this slide ready, then we will send it to all the investors presented
yeah.
and that would be better because anyway they can't keep everything in memory, and the more information you have in your pitch deck, which clearly defines your traction and business model and revenue streams, the better it is for investors to assess it.
It's a long deck, I'm sorry.
And actually, it's the comment to all the founders. Your personal charisma plays a huge role, of course, when you pitch to investors. But when they are alone with your decks, it should be not only charisma, but details on your traction and financials. Guys, thank you very much for taking time, and I want to say big thank you to investor Oscar, Juan, Judith, and Ivan, who had to leave the last pitch in the middle because he had another meeting, and of course to all the entrepreneurs. And I want to, if possible, just to finalize, to ask investors at least to give us one feedback regarding pitches you heard today, not about each of them, but in general, maybe what the founders should consider to improve or to focus more on in their pitches next time, etc. So that not only these entrepreneurs presented here, but also those who are watching us on YouTube will keep in mind. Maybe you give at least one advice, each of you. Who wants to start?
I can start.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
Judith can start.
Well, my advice is mainly when you are on remote, I think it's good to have some slides, at least to visualize what you're explaining, because communication is a bit more complicated. And also for me, it's very important to see business model and sales strategy, which I think we missed that part in almost all.
Very good advice. Thank you, Judith. Juan, you wanted also to say something?
Well, my feedback goes along with the lines that Judith. I was yesterday in another event similar to this one. I think something that helped a lot is just have one screen, not showing like a deck, because then time is a concern. You just have one slide that the manager, the one that is just kind of handling, in this case you, has with the domain, the name, and like three things, like maybe a description. So everyone has, even if they didn't get something, they have the main idea of what is happening, so they can catch up at any time.
Mm-hmm. So not the one pager, but a kind of name of the startup, name of the founder, and bullet point.
Instead of having our faces when there's no deck, just have something, one screen with relevant information.
Mm-hmm.
And, the minimum is just a small description, the name of the company, and maybe a domain or an email, so you can check something if you have doubts. Then after that, you can add whatever you want.
Juan, thanks a lot. This is really interesting idea. We will try to consider it for the next VC Shark Tank, and also your comment, which you've sent me regarding the names in the Zoom. Oscar, your advice, please.
Well, along the way, I gave some advice to some companies or projects, but let's say most of the projects were still, let's say, in their infancy, pre-revenue, and they at this stage you could go, while pursuing, let's say, a particular path, then you'll find in 6 months you got to go to another path. Yeah. But it still kind of encapsulates the whole grand vision. And I think one of the things that you should bear in mind is that communicate how you intend to start, and possible and milestones for you that you wish to achieve. Like, okay, I'm going to do this in 6 months time, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So you want to give a perception. That's not only perception, but just in your head, in your own internalization, that you have a concrete plan of action. So it may not be, you're not taking the whole grand plan immediately, but you're making steps to get there. And that's super important, that people feel that you know what you're doing, but also for yourself.
Thank you, Oscar. I think that for at least half of the founders here, it suits a lot their stage of development, and it will help. Guys, once again, thank you very much. We will follow up with each investor with all the list of the startups as usually and all the pitch decks. We will consider your feedback and introduce you directly to founders. And between investor and investor, Juan already allowed to share his email with everyone. So if you want us to help you to connect, please feel free just to let us know. I wish you an amazing evening, and I hope to follow up with each of you very soon with the good positive feedback and further negotiation. Wish you great success, and thanks a lot for your time, contribution, and participation, guys. And thank you for everyone who was watching us today.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks a lot.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, guys.
Bye.
Bye.